This has the 2300 blower on it as opposed to the, I'm sorry, the 2650 as opposed to the 2300. Came in with this cold air intake on it. We added long tube headers from Kooks with their high flow catted X pipe into the factory catback, and it gave it a really nice tone.
Sounds great.
Yeah, without being loud. It's got a little more
Character.
throat out the back. You know, it sounds good. We did a 3.17 pulley and a set of the fuel injector connection 1050 series with the extended tip. So it's just like the Hellcat injector has that extended tip on it. I think that's really important. A lot of people don't even pay attention to that. They just put in whatever injectors, but I think that extended tip's really important. We did have to fit a custom belt to it. The belt that came with the pulley was actually a little bit too long. Attention to details, you know what I mean? Just because the belt came with it doesn't mean it's the exact one that it needs. So we'll spend a little extra time and make sure that that belt puts that tensioner right where we want it, so it has real good traction. 17 pounds of boost on pump gas, which is right on the edge. You know, a customer wanted us to go to a smaller pulley.
There's no room for it.
No,
Not safely.
Not if you don't want. Listen, if you want to run race gas, I'm all about it. You know what I mean? I'm all about it. But on pump 93 and maybe 91, you don't know what you're getting when you go to the pump. You just can't run them on the edge like that. That's a lot of boost for pump gas. I would love to see this thing on 100 octane.
Oh yeah, this thing would be an animal with a pulley and some race fuel in it.
Even just putting the race fuel in it, because then you'd be able to run, high octane timing.
Yeah.
This thing's only got 10 degrees of timing in it. So, will it take more? Yeah, it might, but it ain't gonna survive any hot lapping.
No.
And the last thing I want to do is have anything break. It's over $100,000 car. I made 772 with 782 torque on the last pull. This was our baseline was 687 and 699, so we're up 83 foot-pounds of torque and 85 horsepower. It's a really nice gain.
Yeah.
The headers make the engine a little bit happier, a little bit less knock sensitive. So the only reason we're able to get near that 17-pound mark is because of the long tube headers. So I'm very pleased, and I think it's in a good, safe spot. I know we wanted 800, but some car. This is an automatic car too, guys. It's not a manual. A manual car probably would have went right past 800.
Oh yeah.
The automatic transmission eats up a little bit.
The 8 HP is good, but they're still less efficient than a stick.
Yeah. The stick cars are always going to show bigger numbers. The automatic cars are, they're gonna be down a little bit, but the automatic cars are still way faster.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, even though the automatic doesn't show as well on the dyno, it's always way faster at the track. So there's that. Technology's coming a long way with manual transmissions. I'm a big stick guy. One of my drag cars is a stick car, and it always has been a stick car. I love shifting the gears. Anyway, I'm pleased with the gains. I think it's going to be a real kick in the pants. That's a lot of extra power that the tires can't hold.
No.
So it's going to be interesting.
Good excuse to get a new pair. You got to ruin the old set first.
Yeah. I mean, these engines are impressive. They really are. That's a lot. At this boost level again, I'd love to see this thing on race gas, and then that it'll never break.
Oh yeah. Get it nice and comfy.
So the injector duty cycles in the in the 60% range, which is a good safe spot to be, because we still have room for what they call component protection fueling, or cat overtemp fueling. So when it goes into cat overtemp, it has the room to add the extra fuel to protect the catalytic converters from failure. You got to have that. You can't run the factory injectors on the edge and then not have any room for component protection. So we run these a little bit richer. When you're up in these boost levels, we run them richer than we do you know, when the boost is lower. So, you know, the factory runs them at 0.86, and this is going out here at 0.79. So it's going to be a little bit richer than it was from the factory.
Yeah, it's a good bit of extra fuel. Yeah, keep it nice and cool though.
Yeah. Again, everything's different when you're talking race fuel.
Yeah.
On race fuel, yeah, you could run it at, you know, 0.82, and you could run more timing, and you could run more boost, and you know, you're not going to run into that octane wall. I talk about that all the time. Every combination has an octane wall, and when you get up to that octane wall, you're knocking on the door to break down that wall, you know, and hurt something. So, you know, we don't want to do that. We want to stay on our side of the wall. Keep the engine happy. Anyways, enough rambling for today. Next up, we're going to see a C8 baseline. We have a beautiful Orange Crush C8. Is that what they call it?
I'm pretty sure that's that color, yeah. Yep.
And we're going to baseline it, and then we're going to put a Magnuson supercharger on it. We'll run it again, so we'll have it back-to-back just like we did in this case here.
Yeah.
So, you know, it takes a lot more pulley on the smaller blower on the regular Hellcat to get to this level. You know, this is a 317. I think we have to go to a
285.
280. Yeah, I think it was 280 something or 277 to get to this boost level with the smaller blower. So that's bigger blower, more efficient. So anyway,
How are the charge temperatures actually
Very
with the
good.
big blower?
That's the big difference. Yeah, the bigger blower can sustain lower temperatures at higher boost levels,
Which is super nice.
bigger intercooler bricks, those kind of things. So yeah, that's big. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, well, pulley size, boost difference. The small one, you're spinning the pants off of to get to that boost
Yes,
level.
you're
Right?
spinning the blower faster
Yeah.
to get to the same airflow level, which makes more heat. So, you know, it's nice that we can get to this boost level with a 317. You know.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, enough rambling for me, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.